Makeupless Monday.
We're His Own. We are a band and ministry out of Nashville, Tennessee. And today our topic is how open should we really be in dating?
Ooh.
Because this is something we talk about as Catholic women. We often talk about how open we should be. Should we date somebody who's not Catholic?
Yeah.
We've been getting this question a lot. So how open should we be?
So our personal opinion on this is that if someone, so we're Catholic, and as Catholics, we believe that if someone is not a Christian, so maybe they're an atheist or an agnostic, that it's actually kind of dangerous to date someone who doesn't share that central foundation of Jesus Christ. So for us personally, we feel like it's kind of not healthy ground, because the goal of relationships is to draw you closer to Jesus, to, draw each other closer to heaven. So if you don't share that foundation, it can't do that. Now, if someone's a really good, Protestant man, he loves the Lord, he really respects your faith, and you find him drawing you closer to Jesus and inspiring, then we feel like there's space for an openness. That being said, you do have to recognize that part of our moral responsibility, though. If you would get married and you have children, part of our moral responsibility is to raise them up in the Catholic faith. So is that Protestant man, is he a man who really respects your faith, who respects you?
Is he willing to do that?
Is he willing to do that and support in that?
And has his faith pushed you to love Jesus Christ more?
Yeah. So very, very foundational things. So we think that there is space for that, but those are things you have to feel out in getting to know this man.
Yeah. So also when it comes to openness, because there's so much talk about what do you want in a spouse, and I think a lot of women, and I guess men too, have all these qualities that they want in a spouse, and they kind of have a preconceived notion of what they want their spouse to be, right? Like this is how I want him to look, and how I want him to sound, how I want him to dress and act, and what I want him to do, and we have all these ideas. And I think that can actually be quite inhibiting for us. A couple of years ago, a girl gave me great advice, and she said, I would really encourage you to kind of just do away with whatever list of 50 things that you have for a spouse, what you want him to be like. And I would just encourage you to make a list of maybe three to five things that you really, really, really want in a spouse. And so I thought, okay, what do I want? What are the most three important things that I want? And I was like, okay, I want him to be in love with Jesus Christ, and I wanted him to be Catholic. I want him to be truly, truly humble and open, so that when I go to share something with him, and I share my heart or I share a fear, that he receives it. I want him to be very, very transparent and genuine, extremely honest, and I want him to be a good, provider, protector, like father and husband. And that was really it. I just did away with everything else. And it's been wonderful for me. It's totally changed, actually, my whole dating process. And so I would just encourage you to do the same, to just really get rid of any preconceived ideas that you have of what your spouse should or shouldn't be like. And just ask yourself, what are those essential couple of things that you really want or need in a spouse, so that we can be more open.
Yeah. And I think kind of bringing it all together is, in the depths of your heart, what you need to grow. And if you know in your heart that you need to be with another Catholic who is just as devout as you are, go for it and know that and have that as a non-negotiable. But also know that who you're dating or getting engaged to or getting married to, whoever that person is right in front of you is who they are. So don't go into this as a missionary dating.
I'm going to change
this.
Them.
Yes, because this person, you need to take them for who they are right there. Because, we do. I think
all their good and their bad.
Yes. For the Lord, we will change. But you cannot go in there expecting, okay, he's going to be different after this or after this. You date. Start with dating that person. You date that person for who they are right then and there.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of personal preference, but just be open.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about dating a Catholic versus non-Catholic, Protestant?
Right.
And what do you think?
Let us know. And come find us on Facebook and Instagram at Be His Own, and Twitter at Be His Own Music, and our website, BeHisOwn.com.
Thanks, guys and girls. Hope to see you next week.
Have a good
Bye.
night.